Dear friends, month of October is called as the month of Rosary. The word Rosary comes from the Latin word Rosarium, which means crown of roses. According to a legend, the Hail Marys recited by a monk miraculously turned into roses in the hands of Mary. Our Lady has revealed to several people that each time they say a Hail Mary, they are giving her a beautiful rose, and that each complete rosary prayed by us becomes a crown of roses for her. The Holy Rosary is considered as a perfect prayer because within it lies the awesome story of our salvation, namely incarnation, ministry, passion, death and resurrection of Jesus, following the example of Mary, who was so singularly associated with him. Since the Holy Rosary is composed of the prayer taught by Christ, the Our Father, and the angelic salutation, the Hail Mary, it was without doubt the first prayer and the first devotion of the faithful, and has been in use all through the century down to the present time. It was only in the year 1214 the Holy Mother Church received the Rosary with its present form. It was given to the Church by Saint Dominic, who had received it directly from the Blessed Virgin as a powerful means of converting the Albigensians and his own town people. Mother Mary called the Rosary as her Psalter and asked him to preach about it. He did it, and within a very short time, a great change took place. People began leading Christian lives and gave up their former evil way of living. Saint Louis de Montfort too was a strong rosary advocate. Throughout the history, Catholics have sought the intercession of the Blessed Mother in every kind of situation. The Rosary is not a boring, uselessly repetitive and meaningless prayer. History tells us that in the 16th century, in the year 1571, a strong and aggressive Turkish force was poised to conquer the European continent. Their goal was to wipe out Christianity totally. The battle took place just off the coast of Greece at a place known as Lepanto. Exhorted by Pope Pius V, every Christian soldier and sailor aboard the Christian vessels prayed the Rosary and received the Eucharist before sailing. All the Christians banded together, turned to Mary, invoked her through the prayer of the Rosary. The battle lasted 5 hours, with the ships fighting in close proximity. The Turks had the edge in numbers, but the divine providence won the day for the Christians. They were saved in this most famous naval battle in history through the prayer of the Rosary. In order to commemorate this great event, Pope Pius V instituted a feast to our Blessed Mother with the title of Our Lady of Victory, and made it an obligatory memorial to the Church, celebrated every October 7th. The name of the feast changed over the centuries. In 1573, Pope Gregory XIII changed the title of this feast to Feast of the Holy Rosary. In 1969, Pope Paul VI changed the name of the feast to Our Lady of the Rosary. Pope Leo XIII, known as the Rosary Pope, added the invocation Queen of the Most Holy Rosary and Mother of Good Counsel to the Litany of Loreto. During the apparitions at Lourdes to Bernadette and at Fatima to Lucia, Jacinta, and Francisco, Mary instructed them to pray the Holy Rosary every day, reiterating many times that the Rosary was the key to conversion, world peace, protection of the Holy Father, and so on. Mother Mary promised, "Whoever shall faithfully pray to her by the recitation of the Rosary shall receive manifold graces and her special protection. It shall be a powerful armor against hell, sin, and heresies." In his apostolic letter Rosarium Virginis Mariae, Holy Father John Paul II urged the Christian families to pray the Rosary in their home. For the family prayer enables people to recover the ability to look at one another in the eye, to communicate, to show solidarity, to forgive one another, and to see their covenant of love renewed in the Spirit of God. Through it, peace will be restored. We will understand better the will of God in our lives. We will be delivered from evil, danger, ill health, and from the satanic attacks. It will lead us closer to Jesus and will help us to focus on whatever is good and holy. Through it, our faith in God will increase. John Paul II called the Rosary as his favorite prayer after the Mass and the Liturgy of the Hours. Yes, the Rosary appeals to all. It is simple. It reminds us that Jesus and Mary are with us in the joys and sorrows of our life. It is a gift of prayer from the Mother of God to us. Pope Francis prays the entire Rosary every day, joyful, sorrowful, glorious, and luminous mysteries. Why would someone as busy as the Pope spend so much time on the prayer of Rosary? It is because it is very powerful. Our Blessed Mother wants you and me to be saints. There is a war going on for our souls, my dear friends, and we are in the midst of the battle. Go to battle with the most powerful weapon ever created, the Holy Rosary. Give it a try and see how the Blessed Virgin Mary can work wonders in your life. In my life, I have experienced through the prayer of the Rosary many miracles, protection, guidance, courage, and closeness with Mother Mary and Jesus. Holding the Rosary in my hand gives me a sense of holding the hands of Mother Mary and walk. I would like to conclude my sharing by narrating one of my many experiences with the Rosary. I usually go to St. Mary's Basilica, Shivajinagar, Bangalore, every Saturdays and Sundays to animate the 6 a.m. Mass. It happened one day at 5:30 a.m. as I began walking, there appeared around 12 big stray dogs. All of them were barking and surrounded me with their horrible eyes fixed on me. I was all alone. If I chased them or if I begin to run, it would bring great disaster. As usual, I cried out to our Blessed Mother by calling her Mama Maria. Soon, a voice told me to stretch out my hand with the rosary towards those dogs. As I did, believe me, in an instant, those ferocious dogs began to run away one by one as if someone was chasing them away. I tell you, from that day onwards, I used the rosary in the face of danger of mind, body, and spirit. Dear friends, carry a rosary, pray the rosary. Surely you too will be assisted and protected by our Mother. Pray it tonight with your family. Continue this practice throughout October, as this month is specially dedicated to the Queen of the Rosary and every day of your life. Have a filial devotion to Mary. I can assure you that Mother Mary will never fail us, will never leave us alone. Ave Maria.